Picture this, you're hovering weightless on a twilight dive, your torch beam slicing through the silty gloom, when out of nowhere an octopus suddenly struts past just on 2 arms, while the other 6 are hugged tight around a pair of coconut shells like their precious carry-on luggage. Wild, right? Buckle that dive belt because we're about to plunge into the wonderfully weird world of the coconut octopus, Amphioctopus marginatus, the veined, 2-legged, tool-using shell bandit of the Indo-Pacific. First, smash that like button for the algorithm gods and drop an octopus emoji in the comments if you want more cephalopod shenanigans. I read every single comment while pretending it's an ocean research paperwork. Alright, roll the arms out. So, meet the star of the show. Roughly football-sized in body, arms stretched out to be about a foot, with skin that changes color and texture faster than I change editing software. They belong to the true octopus family, but have a personality bigger than a giant Pacific octopus. Underwater paparazzi only truly discovered their quirks once dive cameras flooded YouTube, proving again that citizen science sometimes wears a snorkel and flip-flops. Geographically, coconut octopus love warm, silty flats from East Africa all the way to northern Japan and Australia. Why not the coral castles, you ask? Because rubble fields are basically underwater Home Depot. Scattered clamshells, washed up coconuts, the occasional bottle, more on that later. Everything a crafty cephalopod needs for DIY real estate. Let's talk skin sorcery. Millions of chromatophores let them flash earthy browns, ghost whites, or zebra bars in a heartbeat. Tiny muscles called papillae pop up and down to mimic rock texture or seagrass fronds. When you film these transformations in slow-mo, you can almost hear nature bragging. Beat that, Photoshop. Now brains. Relative to body size, octopus neurons rival some monkeys, but coconut octos go next level by planning. They'll pick just right coconut halves, stack them up like nesting bowls, and walk. Yes, walk across the seabed on 2 arms, keeping the other 6 curled up. That is textbook tool use and future planning. Imagine carrying a couch down the street just in case it rains. Of course, modern problems require modern solutions. These octos now grab plastic bottles and beer cans as move-in ready condos. Smart for them, depressing reminder for us. If you've ever needed motivation to cut single-use plastics, picture an octopus house hunting in your recycling bin. When night falls, our 8-armed ninja jets short bursts with its siphon, ambushing crabs, shrimp, and clams. They'll drill a tiny hole with their radula tongue, inject paralytic saliva, and slurp up a crab milkshake. Outsourcing can openers, overrated. One researcher even filmed the coconut octopus snapping 2 shell halves shut, trapping a crab inside like a lunchbox, and then reaching through a gap to pick it apart piece by piece. Chef's kiss. Romance, though, is very brief. The male transfers a spermatophore with his hectocotylus arm and pieces out. The female retreats to her shell fort, stringing up to 100,000 rice grain-sized eggs in elegant bead curtains. She fans them with gentle arms, skips meals, and hears the tragic ballad. Dies right after the 5 years, outlasting many of their squid cousins that barely make it to senior prom. Defense? They bury themselves only periscope eyes exposed, and they eject inky smoke bombs or slam coconut doors like medieval knights. If you've ever hidden under a blanket during a horror movie, congratulations. Use share tactics with a coconut octopus. Field stories keep rolling in. Divers in Indonesia's Lembeh Strait watched 2 males tentacle wrestle over a prime coconut duplex, ending in an ink cloud getaway that would make Batman proud. Oops, did I say tentacles? What if I told you that octopus don't have tentacles, they actually have arms? Squids and cuttlefish have tentacles, they have 2 of them to be precise, and they also have 8 arms, but octopus only have 8 arms. Elsewhere, citizen scientists have logged hundreds of photos showing octos stringing eggs inside glass bottles, fairy-light nurseries, if you ignore the whole garbage issue that is. One even tried on a GoPro dome like a space helmet. If cephalopods ever start a fashion line, my wallet is doomed. But it's not all antics. These architects remind us intelligence isn't limited to primates and parrots. Their tool use forces us to rethink consciousness in the ocean and maybe in artificial intelligence too. Though that's a video for another day. Speaking of which, hit subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on anything ocean related that I post. Conservation time. They're not formally assessed by the IUCN, yet threats still loom. Bottom trawl, bycatch, coastal development, and no surprise, plastic pollution. Every bottle you skip is a shell that they don't have to adopt. Want to help? Join beach cleanups, support cephalopod cognition research, and tell your seafood restaurant to double check its sourcing. Alright, let's surface. If today's cephalopod shenanigans blew your mind, pound that like button, share it with your ocean nerds, and comment down below what octopus cousin or any marine marvel should star next on my channel. Maybe the mimic octopus or another animal. I'm all ears, or all suckers. Remember, the ocean is still writing its story. Let's keep those pages plastic free. I'm Caleb, and this is All Things Marine Life, and I'll see you in the next dive.